Hey everybody. So practice does not make perfect. And I know that when people say this, they intend to say that perfect practice makes perfect. And I know it's being picky, but at the same time, it's not. Because if you're practicing and you're just doing the same thing over and over again, you're just ingraining incorrect techniques or incorrect things, right? That's why it's important to understand what practice is before you start doing something. You need to have, first of all, there's 3 things that I like to have or I like to think about within a practice session. So the first thing is proper instruction. And most of the time, it's good to get somebody that knows what they're doing to show you how to do the thing. Doesn't matter if it's watercolor, it doesn't matter what it is. The best thing to do is to find a mentor or find somebody that's already done the thing to help you with it. That's the fastest way and the best route to take so that you don't get discouraged and you keep being encouraged in pursuing what it is that you want to do, is having the proper instruction. So that's number 1. The second thing, within a practice session, within what you're doing, you need to have intention, I don't want to say the right intention, but you need to know your intention. Like, what's the point of this practice? So you need to have the intention of that specific practice. It doesn't matter if you're learning archery, if you're learning shotgun, if you're learning dog shows. Those are all things I've done and excelled at. So you need to have proper instruction. So I basically go to somebody that knows what they're doing and ask them to help me out with it. Proper instruction is very important. Intention. Every session, you intend on listening to their specific advice and applying it into your actions. That's intention within a session, a practice session. And then third, you need to have those insights. I know I made it all eyes. Instruction, intention, and insights. But insights is those aha moments, because those are breakthroughs. Those aha moments are those moments where your brain like, oh, that's why. Oh, that happens. Oh, wow. I didn't know that's going to do that. Those are breakthroughs. And those are important to have in your practice sessions. So if you're not having those, you might need to push yourself a little bit more towards your ideal level that you want to embody. You kind of need to push yourself a little bit to get there, because those aha moments are important. So those are the 3 things within a session, a practice, within your whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's watercolor, it doesn't matter what it is. You need to have good instruction. You need to have intention to where you have a goal and you're intending to get there. And then the insights. You need to have those insights as you're working towards your ideal. So beyond that are 3 more things that I would recommend that you do with your practice, with whatever it is that you're pursuing. So the first thing, I know it's going to sound cliche, but it's true. You have to embrace the journey. Why, right? Why do you have to intentionally celebrate each step? Why do you have to document? A sketchbook is documenting. And this is all because you need to feel encouraged and you need to know how to do it yourself, because you cannot rely on the outside. You can't rely on likes. You can't rely on those things. Those things will come as you share things, as you post on social, which I highly recommend. Even if people are mean or whatever, it's very rare. Like, just block them. Don't worry about it. But I think it is important to share your journey on social media for 2 things. 1, your friends are going to encourage you. And that's important. And they need to see that you're changing Because if you shock them and all of a sudden you're this other thing, you know, they're gonna need time to adjust to accept you as the thing. So it's best, in my opinion, to just share what you're doing as you're doing it, because the whole transition makes it easier. So share on social media. But the second reason why I recommend you sharing on social media, okay, so you get encouragement for your friends. You also inspire other people. There's actually 3 things. Okay, so you inspire other people to do what they've always wanted to do, but like have been scared to do, and they see you doing it. So now you're like kind of like a leader for them, to encourage them, an inspiration. So that's really great. But the third thing, as you're sharing on social media, you are actually documenting your progress. And that is part of celebrating and embracing the journey, because we all go through that ugly stage. A painting goes through an ugly stage, and it's all okay. It's part of the journey. These failures aren't failures because you're not done yet. It's a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. And, you know, everybody has their faults. We're all human. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. So that's one thing to incorporate in your practice journey, is embracing that journey. So the second thing that I like to have in my practice ideal practice, is making it into a habit. Now this one, I have gotten good at, and then bad at, and then so it's again a work in progress. So making it a habit. Okay, let me break it down to 3 things again. So making good practice habit means having a place for your whatever it is that you're doing. So having everything set up already for you makes it easier. The ultimate would be a daily routine. Now, it's very, I can't, I can't say that I've reached that, but that's my goal. My goal is to have a daily routine, a daily practice, because the more you practice, the better you get. I mean, there's athletes that practice twice a day, right? So if I could reach twice a day, I would be so much more ahead. And I don't even have daily yet, but that's the goal. That's the goal. And I'm excited about reaching that, because I'm so much in my own way. And I know we all are, because we're all pretty much the same. And when you're trying to be something new, your past version of yourself wants to protect you and wants to keep you safe. And that's all understandable, and that's all good things. But, you gotta reach for that ideal, reach for that desire, that dream of yours. You gotta keep going. And then the third thing that I like to apply in my practice is setting specific goals. Okay, so for those of you that have worked corporate, you know what I'm gonna bring up in regards to goals. Because there's this thing called SMART goals. I know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to trigger, I don't mean to traumatize. But it's a good thing. I mean, I can't say that it's not a good thing. SMART goals. Okay. The S stands for specific. You do have to be specific about your goal. It has to be clear. And what does it mean to be specific? Well, SMART. The next letter is the letter M. M for measurable. It does need to be measurable. And how I was saying earlier about documenting your progress, those are measurable steps, measurable changes and progress that you could get to see. So, and so S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable. And achievable, okay, I kind of question this because I like having goals that seem unattainable at the time, but then yet is attainable, because if somebody's done it, obviously it's doable. It's not impossible, right? So, so achievable. but it's achievable within a time frame, and that's the letter T, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So achievable goals, and then R, relevant. This is important. It needs to be relevant to you. Your goals has to be relevant to your own desires, not like an outside thing, not like, oh, because my mom told me, oh, because my friend said, oh, because they're doing it. No. It has to be something you want. It has to be a desire from within you that you've wanted to do. So that's R for relevant. And then T for time bound. I had brought this up a little bit earlier. So all these things need to fit within a time frame. So short time frames to check on your progress is important. And I'm sorry for bringing up SMART goals, but I can't argue that it's good. It's good to have the SMART goal. It's a good container. All right. So yeah, sorry, I ran down through that whole thing really quickly, and I apologize if I was just, so anxious and I'm just excited and nervous at the same time. And it's my ugly stage. So anyway, but it was nice to stop by, and I got to say what I've been wanting to say for a little bit. So I hope you have a great day, a great week. I hope you have a wonderful time, and thank you for watching, and watch the next one. I don't know, I'll post it soon. Okay. Bye.